let's talk about Isaac Seumalo. That's the other massive news here. Goes down with the pectoral injury today at practice, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. I'm not allowed to report things that I see at practice, so we're going to say according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Goes down, according to Schefter, avoided a massive injury. Quote, avoided a bullet here. Missed a bullet, whatever he said, with Isaac. Doesn't appear to be season ending. They'll wait to find out just how long he's going to miss. I would imagine it's a couple of weeks. You know, TJ had the minor strain / tear, and he missed half the season. I would say Isaac's probably somewhere in that boat. This is huge news for the Steelers. It's not good. You know, you're now heading into the season. I don't think Mason McCormick's going to be the starter. I would imagine it's Spencer Anderson, but you're looking at it with 2 second-year guys, potentially 2 first-year guys. One of them just came back from injury. It's an offensive line that 3 months ago we were very excited about, and where we sit here right now should be very nervous about. Massive blow for the Steelers. Isaac goes down. Like I said, I anticipate him missing several weeks. We don't know that for sure. I'm just guessing here. Spencer Anderson's look good, and it's a good opportunity to see the future. But of all of your offensive linemen, Isaac Seumalo was the guy you didn't want to lose, because he was the guy that held this. He was the glue. He was the glue to the offensive line. A massive loss for the Steelers. Absolutely massive if he is to miss a significant amount of time.
Especially when you consider what came before it, and that is the loss of Nate Herbig, who last year was that guy. He was the backup swing guard. He wasn't even thought of as a center. You lose your primary backup in the interior offensive line. Now you might lose one of your best starting offensive linemen. And, you know, Spencer Anderson, credit to him. I mean, he has been whatever the Steelers have asked him to be, but he's still a prospect. And this is the time where you're going to need a lot of these guys to grow up a lot faster than you anticipated, because this is a team that is built to win with the big guys up front. They're built to win in the trenches. And right now the trenches are depleted. So it is obviously a very, very risky proposition walking into Atlanta with, as you mentioned, a bunch of guys that have less than 3 years of NFL experience, with Dan Moore and James Daniels being your veterans.
Yeah, it's very unideal. And if it works out, it's great for the future. It's really, really good for the future for the Steelers. But the chances that it's guaranteed to work out are slim. And especially Atlanta's defensive line is good. Denver's defensive line is good. You're going to start the season. I mean, it doesn't get any easier against Los Angeles. You have 3 really hard games offensive line wise to start the season. And without Isaac, that's huge. If that's the amount of time he's going to miss, if he's going to miss more, it gets worse. If he's going to miss less, it gets better. But it's not an ideal situation for the Steelers. We'll wait and see. But for right now, that's as big of a loss as they come. I hope it. I like Spencer Anderson. I think he's great. He did bag on this shirt today, which, you know, I would say took a knock in my book, but he was a big fan. I think that he's got the skill to make this work, and I hope it does work out. But if I had to guess, he gets the shot here. This is a good question. Any chance Troy Fautanu goes to guard? I would say no. I don't believe so. I don't think the Steelers are going to want to move guys around too much, especially when they have options on the inside. They still have Spencer Anderson, and they probably feel good enough to give Spencer Anderson an opportunity there. If it doesn't work out, they'll look at other options, Troy Fautanu included. But to start, I would imagine that Spencer Anderson's the guy. Troy Fautanu is gonna stick outside and play offensive tackle whenever he does return.